welcome to my fish room.
So I'm on the inside of the tank. We've got from here to here down on the bottom, see? And Dad's got some of that done and this one's all done. Here's camera running.
Okay.
You have to redo what you just
Have to redo? Okay. Okay, basically what I had just said, and I said it in very eloquent fashion, is we got over here. Now the glass here is really tight. You can't get this blade down any further. So we got that blade up there in. We got it taped in case it lets go. And then...
I should probably stop leaning on it.
Yeah, stop leaning on it.
Because I'm getting the full frontal here.
Yeah. And this kind of full frontal ain't the kind you really like. Okay, so what we do is we wedge this down a bit. And then we get this in. And we do all the way down with this one. And then that way the silicone will let go enough that we can get the bigger blade in. Because silicone is stretchy, flexible. But the thing about taking a fish tank apart is you ain't gonna get it done quick. And you ain't gonna get it done without wrecking a lot of razor blades. Like, as you can see by our pile. These are just some of them. They're all over the floor. Afterwards, let's take all our razor blades and put them in a big pile and take a picture of them. I think we're on about our 30th blade or more. Because today I got the boy to buy another couple packs. Failure is not an option. Then we won't get paid if we don't succeed.
So what happens when we get the bottom done and you still have that side on?
Well, then you guys will start doing something else while I finish on this side.
Oh.
Why, you thought that meant you could go home and I'd stay?
No, I meant...
Are you down there yet, Aaron?
Not here. I cut away the silicone to get there.
So if you take the pliers and pull down, you can get it down that little bit further. And then you get this one. You can get it down a little bit further. Always put the blade upside down so you don't cut your arm off. And don't force anything too hard. This glass will bend a certain amount, but then it kind of breaks. Right, Aaron?
Yeah.
But you can see how the silicone goes white before you cut it?
Now.
That's when you know you really got some stress on it. That's how you break it again. Okay, that ain't coming out. Well, it's coming out. It just ain't coming out right now.
I got it.
You got it out? You got the piece out that I broke in there just now?
Yeah.
How did you do it?
I flicked it.
Well, then how come I couldn't get it out with a pair of pliers?
Because it was mostly on my side.
Cool. It's good to have a boy. It can get the blade out for you. Well, if he'd give you money and do all your work, that'd even be better. You jump? He's on the inside of the tank and he still makes you nervous. Only my son.
Well, no, I was on the bottom and
I swiped
we hit
across.
each other.
No, you didn't take the blade out. You got a piece of the blade out.
Well, I showed you the blade. You said it was the blade.
It was part of the blade. I also asked you, did you get the whole blade or just part of it?
Well, it was a big chunk, so I assumed the whole piece.
So if I gave you a piece of cake that size, you'd figure you had the whole cake?
Huh?
If I gave you a piece of cake that size, you'd figure you had the old cake?
No, because the whole cake would show that it wasn't cut.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you'd figure that out or not.
Thanks for the credit.
We don't set the bar too high. Less disappointment. Okay, we're going to answer the phone. Okay, now we're getting near the end. They've got most of that bottom seam. And we're working on this seam. Basically, this here is wedged in as tight as it can be. So now we're putting blades in along here. And just like a tree wedge, you hammer them in. Making sure, of course, you do not hit the tank.
Or your child.
No, you're supposed to beat your child. Says in the book. Parenting.
Bible?
No, I don't read the Bible. I've read it many times, actually. And yeah, it does. If you have an ungrateful child, in the Old Testament, you're supposed to bury him in the sand up to his neck and invite the neighbors over for a good stoning. But that was Old Testament. New Testament, they're a little less violent. They seem to like their kids better by then.
Yes.
What?
Almost through.
Did you lack faith?
In Aaron or?
No, in me.
You're talking about me.
Yeah.
Did you break or did I?
No, we're good.
Like when you looked at this tank today, did you think there was any way we were getting this glass off?
This front one.
The front one is the hardest one.
Oh, then you're smooth sailing from there.
Oh yeah, once you get one panel off, like John's dad, he was telling me that he used to just take an axe and break the end out of the tank because it was faster and cheaper to buy a new piece of glass to to replace where he smashed it out than it was to take the time to cut it apart.
Even on tanks this size?
Even on tanks this size. He sold glass, son.
Well, exactly.
Glass didn't cost the same for him as it does for your father. Okay, well, we'll answer this phone call.